So who are we chopping up into little pieces? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to an OC Animatic for the Dismemberment song. This is our YouTube reaction, and it is a donation reward for Venom. So, yeah. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the Dismemberment song is. I know what Dismemberment means. I just don't know what this song is. I don't think it's anything I've heard before. Though, admittedly, I could be wrong on that. It's possible. It just doesn't sound in any way, shape, or form familiar to me. And an OC animatic, like, that obviously means that it's, centering around original characters, so it's not, like, based on any previously existing IP. It's just something I'm going to have to, base mostly, I guess, on the visuals and the song without having any, like, previous knowledge of characters or whatnot. So, yeah. Also, just to note, we were having those issues last week with the audio levels and everything. I believe I've got that fixed. We should hopefully have that fixed. I did some test runs. I'm looking at the audio levels right now on the mixer on OBS, and it looks like it's good. The desktop audio, which is what the episodes are linked to, is at a proper level. My audio is at a proper level. Because the issue last week with those 3 videos on Friday, if you remember, or if you're watching this in the future, then you might not know what I'm talking about. But this past Friday, I had a bunch of videos go up. 3 videos go up that all had the same issue because I didn't know that there was, an audio level issue until after I had already recorded everything and was going to be putting it all up. The issue with it was my audio. My audio was super quiet. The mic auxiliary audio. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. Because I didn't turn it down. I didn't do anything of the sort. I don't know why it was so quiet, but it was. So, because of that, I could pretty much barely be heard. Even in the redirects, where there was no, like, background noise or anything, it's like you still pretty much had to wear headphones just to be able to make anything I was saying out. Because it was turned down almost all the way. It was that bad. And during reactions, it's like pretty much like could not hear me at all. The only reason I still put up the reactions was just so in case anyone wanted to, like, try to discern my thoughts on the episodes based on the expressions and stuff. But it was bad. Those 3 reactions were pretty just scuffed. And there's really nothing I could have done about it because of how I record my videos. See, some people use, like, different programs and whatnot to record their audio separately and whatnot. I don't do that. There's a lot of extra stuff that goes into that, and I feel like there's a lot more that could go wrong. And most of the time, I don't have issues. So most of the time, that kind of proves that this is just typically the easier and better way. It's just that one, like, once in, like, a year or two issue that pops up randomly and gives me these issues, gives me these troubles. And it's easily rectifiable. It's easily fixable. Again, I just don't know what happened to cause it. But at least it's fixed now. It's like, okay, we have those 3 videos from last week. One of them was a movie, and then there was My Adventures with Superman Big City Greens. If like one reaction to each of those are all that the issue is, and as long as it doesn't affect anything else, we're okay. We'll survive. Won't be any more issues. If it were like for a bunch of videos somehow, then that would be a bigger issue. That would be a problem. If it's like, oh, I didn't notice for an entire week, Though I don't know how that would be the case, because when I edit the videos, the redirects together, I cut it like based on when I start talking, when I stop talking, um, at points. So it's like I would notice that my audio was low, and that's when I did notice back on Friday when I started editing the videos together. I was really confused when I first discovered that. But yeah, so everything should be good. We shouldn't have to deal with that again. We're not going to have to deal with that here. I'm again looking at the audio levels right now. So yeah, like I said, I don't know anything about this. I guess the song's going to be about dismemberment, so like dark sense of humor kind of thing. That's all I can really get from this. Um, I'm curious, I guess. This is a short video though, so even though it is redirected just for copyright reasons, especially since there's music, I'm just letting you know now it's going to be super short. It's like, what, 3.5 minutes maybe? So don't expect to go over there and see me reacting for like 10, 15, or more minutes, because that's just not what this video is going to be. It's a short one, it's a quick one, and it's kind of what I needed after this past weekend. I went to a convention, and so I wanted Monday to sort of be easier, simpler. I didn't want to do too much for the YouTube stuff, because we also have to do One Piece today, and I plan on doing some video game recording today. So I wanted to not push myself too much further with this. So just one thing, one simple, short thing. That being said, though, we are just going to get into this. We're going to stop holding it off to talk about other stuff. So, yeah. Before we do so, though, I do want to quickly remind you that we have a lot of great content to check out on this channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, and on Monday specifically, we have YouTube, or at least YouTube-adjacent reactions, such as the one you're watching right now. Shorts, specials, mini-series that just don't have a lot of episodes, or, well, surprise, surprise, actual YouTube videos. Pretty much anything that doesn't quite fit into a normal series or movie reaction goes in this slot. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. I pre-record the movie reactions during the week, but upload them on the weekend so that every day has some sort of reaction content going on for it. And we are also going through a couple of Let's Plays on the channel currently. We have Horizon Forbidden West being posted every other day. So you'll see a part of that going up today, but you'll also see a part on Wednesday, on Friday, on Sunday, and so on and so forth. Every other day, there will be a new part to Horizon Forbidden West going up. And we are also currently playing through Poppy Playtime. This is a donation reward Let's Play for Venom. And we're almost done with it. We've gone 2 parts up. The third and final part will be up this Saturday. Because I'm shit enough with puzzles to where I'm able to split it into 3 parts, even though it's only Chapter 1. And we're only doing Chapter 1 right now because that's all that's available on PS5 currently. We'll probably do more in the future, but this is it for the time being. And if you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel search, and all in one search, type in June Double Reward Month PS5. It should lead you to the correct video that will tell you everything you need to know in regards to how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. So, all of that being said, let us get on with the reaction and see what this OC Animatic has in store for us. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction because yes, we do redirect all of our reactions on this channel. You understand that YouTube's copyright system is really broken. It's kind of shitty, right? So because of that, it's not exactly the best idea to post a lot of copyrighted content on YouTube. Now, I know a lot of reactors do it. They chop it up, they put it up on YouTube, but a lot of these reactors also still face copyright issues a lot of the time. And I've had to deal with both copyright strikes and even a full-on channel termination before. I don't want to deal with that again. It's hell, it's crazy, it's something that's just it just takes way too much out of me emotionally and mentally. And I have enough issues as it is to deal with that I just don't want to add that to them. So, because of all that, we just play it safe on this channel by pushing all reactions to another site. It keeps things safe, and I understand that you don't want to have to go through all this extra work just to get to the reaction. You'd rather it just be on here. And I probably would too, if it weren't for all these issues. But it's not a lot. It's just one extra link per reaction. You just go down to the description below, click the link, and it takes you right to the video. And on the plus side, this does allow me to give all of you, yes, every single one of you, the full unedited reaction completely free. That's right, there's no paywalls, you don't have to subscribe to a Patreon, and you don't even have to sync up your own copy. I think that's pretty neat, because not every YouTube reaction channel can get away with that, and for very valid reasons. Whether it comes down to monetization, or copyright, or other issues, or just, because a lot of these reaction channels are the full-time jobs of these reactors, they aren't able to do that. And that's understandable. But I do pride myself on being a channel that can give that to you. The full unedited reactions completely free. Once again, you don't even have to sync up your own copy. Like, that's saying quite a bit. You just, again, go down to the link in the description below, click the link, and it's all right there in that one video. So I hope you enjoy the full reactions as they are, and after you watch them, you can come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the, in this case, Animatic. But also just my general thoughts on things, maybe on the song specifically, and maybe even some stuff related to the channel. You never know. It's always worth checking out just to be safe. So, that all being said, thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So I tried to look up as much as I could about the song, but I couldn't find anything, and I didn't want to take up too much time. The only thing I could find, and I didn't find this substantiated anywhere else, but it was like one link that mentioned it. It said that the song is about Lydia Beneke, who I guess is maybe the singer or a character that the singer created or something, imagining the murder of an ex, and that the song is about not violence but taking back control. So maybe the idea of like an ex who had been like abusive or something, and everything. I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't find this substantiated anywhere else. It was like on one site I found it. So I can't like confirm that or anything. And this apparently appears to be just from a singer. This sounds like it should be in a play, like in the track listing for a play's soundtrack. But it's not, apparently. But the song even sounds like that kind of song. But instead, it's just some random song. The actual video kind of gives like its own little story, it seems. It seems like this woman who's doing this is like there's this wanted poster shown for I think he's like some kind of fish guy. And she, I guess, captured him and is about to, dissect him and dismember him and all. And then some other person comes in and to save him and ends up succeeding in doing so, taking out one of this crazy lady's guards, I guess. it wasn't entirely clear, the entire full story of it, because it's like you're just kind of thrust into things. It doesn't give you any kind of build up or any further background information that I saw, unless I missed something. Um, the song itself is fine, catchy, I guess, but nothing altogether special. Like I said, it reminded me of like a stage production song, like a show tune or something. Um, Something you would hear out of something like, I don't know, Sweeney Todd. Let's go with that. Except just not as gothic sounding in terms of its general style. Um, you get the gist though. Out of something a little more high beat and high energy than Sweeney Todd specifically, but just that kind of thing. It very much had that kind of sound to it, and maybe that was intentional. Maybe the artist wanted it to sound like it would be from some kind of stage production. Um, but yeah, it was good. It wasn't anything special. Like, it doesn't stand out to like actual stage production music I've heard, like anything from Hamilton or songs from like Heather's the Musical, stuff like that. It's not gonna stand up to a lot of stuff like in that kind of ballpark. But for what it is, it's like it's lyrically well written. It's interesting, and the animation and everything behind the animatic itself was like good. I had no issue with it. But this is nothing really to write home about. The animatic or the song, like nothing about it really stood out to me. Nothing about it really like nailed it, in my opinion. And I don't. I'm not saying this to be mean to the animator or anything. I think it's well done. It's just I've seen animatics that are more polished, I guess, and not like feel more complete. You know what I mean? Like for an animatic. Sheen was always a really good one. I think they might be retired right now, though. By the way, Sheen is spelled Szin. They did a lot of Hamilton and Heather's the Musical animatics. That's what I knew them for, at least. But they did some really good ones and all. I'm saying this though for the creator of the animatic, who, by the way, I should probably credit here. Let me make sure I get the name right. Shanzi, Shandzii. That is the person who put up the animatic on their channel. Check them out. Yeah, so Shanzi, I'm not saying like that their animation is bad or anything. It could use a little work. It could absolutely use a little work, but I like that there's detail to it. It's not like just completely just like the characters and nothing else. Like in one of the first scenes, like you see the victim sitting on a couch, and you see a bookshelf in the background with like bottles and stuff and books in different positions and whatnot. Um, you see stuff like that during the animatic. It's not just like super simplistic the entire time. The style is, I wouldn't say unique. I've seen styles like this in terms of art and animation, but it stands out well enough. There's good movement to it, good expression, and again, the background details are actually, I think, the best part of it. Though they do look a little, how do I put it? They don't look like they quite fit in with the foreground character designs. There's like this kind of maybe it's because the backgrounds are in like these darker grays, while the foreground characters are more these lighter grays to whites with heavier lines and all. But it's like it feels contrasting and not in a good way. It feels like they're part of two separate things. Like these backgrounds already existed, and the characters were like copy pasted onto them, rather than naturally existing within the environment. That's the one big issue I really have from this. That really makes me feel like it could have been polished up a little bit more. I feel like the characters really need to be made to feel like they're in the environment, even in an animatic like this. If you're going to have a detailed background environment like this, you should want the characters to feel like they're part of it, right? And here it's so contrasting. They just, because of the color difference, the shade difference, I guess you could say, they do not at all feel like they're part of it. They feel like they are copy pasted in front of it. It just does not work, in my opinion. If that were fixed, and if the character models maybe were upgraded just a little bit, just given maybe a little bit more to them, I think this would be like really top tier though. Like the potential is there, the ideas are absolutely there. Now there's one more thing I want to check here at the end though. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. So she goes over to this desk at the end after like her bodyguard comes in injured, you know, having been stabbed, pretty much impaled. She's looking at a letter here next to these wanted posters. But nothing can be made out in terms of like in terms of what it says or whatnot. Which almost kind of makes it feel pointless to like focus on it for the moment that it does, because it makes you want to pause it and try to read it, but you can't discern anything from it. You can't discern any information from it because there's no information there to discern. It's basically just squiggles representing what's shown on the letter. You can't get anything from that. And even at the beginning, like when you see the full wanted poster and everything. Give me a second here. Okay, this is giving me issues with seeing it right now because VLC has to be annoying. But it's like it just says wanted and shows like the character design. It doesn't give you any information on why the character is wanted or what their name is or anything. So it's like, it also feels like an incomplete story. And I understand it's an animatic. Animatics are not supposed to feel complete. That's kind of the point of them. But maybe it's just a me thing. I will fully admit that is a possibility. It might just be a me thing that it's like, I feel like I'm missing information. And with it especially being OCs instead of like an existing property that I can base the characters off of, that especially makes it feel like I can't even begin to understand any of the plot here. At least not enough of it. Like if this were like a Steven Universe animatic or a Owl House animatic, and you had characters from that in this place, I could possibly understand them. Like let's go with the Owl House idea. Let's give you an example here. Let's say Hunter is the victim. The one about to dismember and dissect them and all, let's say, is Kiki. Because we know Kiki hates Hunter. We know that would make a lot of sense. Right? So let's say Kiki is the one about to dissect Hunter and is the one singing and all. If you want a height thing, because Kiki's normally short, you can have her in the Abomatron. So, you could, and have her dancing around in the Abomatron. That would actually be funny. But you get the gist, okay? The one who comes to save Hunter Hunter from from Kiki could be Willow. Willow could be the savior character. And the bodyguard could just honestly be a random coven guard. It really doesn't matter at that point. Um, but it's like the story would then have more to it, in my opinion, because I would know who these characters are and I could discern a lot of at least ideas based on that alone. I would understand the context and everything. I would understand certain aspects of where the story could have come from. But with it being original characters that I don't know and have no connection to, it doesn't really do anything to me. Like, I don't understand these characters. I don't know their point, their purpose, their personality outside of what we see in this animatic. So I have no connection to form any real basis of thought around with that. And again, as such, I can't really like come up with anything regarding the story outside of just the basics were shown. Maybe that's just how my mind works because of my autism. I don't know, but that's just because it's OCs. It didn't grip me as well as it could have. And again, I want to make it clear, I'm not saying this is bad. Shanzi did a great job at this and definitely deserves to be given all kinds of credit and praise for their work here. I'm just going to say my piece as a reactor. I'm going to express my feelings on it after having watched it. That's all. And because of that, I don't think it was perfect or anything. And I want to mention the things that I felt were or could have been better, and it even explains some ways I think could have improved them. And if you thought it was fine as is, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just my opinion, my viewpoint. So, yeah, just wanted to share my thoughts here. Let me know what you thought, though. Let me know what you thought of this animatic down in the comments below. And before we close this out, I will just take this moment to remind you once again that we have a lot of great content on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, and on Mondays, we have YouTube reactions, or YouTube adjacent, just like this video you're watching now. Basically, anything that doesn't quite fit into a normal series or movie reaction goes in this slot. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. I pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend so that every day has some sort of reaction content going on for it. We also have a couple Let's Plays on the channel. Horizon Forbidden West is every other day. So you'll see one today on Monday, but there will be another on Wednesday and Friday and so on and so forth. We also have Poppy Playtime on Saturdays. This is a donation reward Let's Play for Venom, and the last part of it, the third and final part of Chapter 1 at least, will be going up this Saturday. And then we'll be going back to Anno Mutationum afterwards to finish that out with probably 1 or 2 more recording sessions. Maybe more than that. I don't know. A few more recording sessions, maybe. But if you want to know how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play, go to the channel search, and all in one search type in June Double Reward Month PS5. It should take you to the correct video that will let you know everything you need to in regards to how to donate for a future PS5 Let's Play. So, all of that being said, thank you as always so much for tuning in. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.